From the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, we've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. First pitch coming your way next.
Welcome your Boston Red Sox.
All right, just about ready to go here at Fenway. Starting on the mound in this one, Garrett Crochet. What do you have on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
1 o'clock.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Up the middle. Whips it to Casas. And a quick out, number 1. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup.
Second baseman,
and singing against the southpaw on the mound, the Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
And now it's Brandon Lau. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. That one is blasted left field towards the monster, and it's off the green monster. Now he'll turn for second, and he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. And there's a foul ball. Edge of the zone, called a strike. And it's 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 2. That one just misses.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Right fielder Josh Lowe.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Josh Lowe digs in now. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. In there at the knees for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
The 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
definitely a strikeout situation right there, and he got it. You do not want him to put the ball in play and want to strand that runner at third. Now all he needs is one more out to get it. Doesn't have to be a strikeout this time since now they're 2 outs.
Danny Jansen to hit here. First pitch, not close. Corners are occupied with 2 down. High fly ball out towards left field. Long gone. And they take the lead. It's 3-0.
Nothing better than hitting a home run to put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And stepping in for the Rays, Christopher Morel. And a foul ball. That one ripped.
Batting 7th, shortstop Jose Caballero.
Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two outs. Oh. And that misses. And it's 2-1.
There are lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
And that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Boston, our starting pitcher in this one, Shane McClanahan. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, a pretty standard 4-pitch mix. He's got the fastball, change speeds, 2 breaking balls. You know, all can be really effective if they're coming out of the same arm slot and really staying in that tunnel for a good bit.
Bottom of the first, digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jarren Duran.
Left fielder,
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Trying to bunt his way on. Diaz, the flip, not in time. That's a bunt single.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
So a man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Alex Bregman. And a foul ball. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Foul ball.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Now it's Devers at the plate. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. That one lifted to left. Palacios makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Batting fourth, first
Here's a check of the Red
baseman,
Sox lineup put together by
Casas.
manager Alex Cora. Already they find themselves down 3 runs in this game, so there's work to be done.
Yeah, you want to see them come out with a little urgency here. You don't have to score all 3 runs, but put something up on the board, and that'll make you feel a little bit better about your opportunities. But if you're looking at that 3-run lead and saying we've got to get it right now, you can put yourself up against a wall and not have really good at bats. So just trust the process. Trust that your pitcher can hold them right there. These players can find themselves back in this ball game.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Next pitch is outside.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And that drops in for a strike. That's off the inside corner, and it's 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And the Red Sox leave 1. They trail it here 3-0. New inning getting
Leading
started.
off
Now up for Tampa Bay,
left fielder,
Richie Palacios. Crochet back to work. That one not close. And that's ball 1. Just missed. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Swings and misses. And it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Out to center. Rafaela makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Batting ninth, center fielder Johnny DeLuca.
Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. That one well upstairs. And that's ball 1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
And he lays down a bunt. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz. Grounded out his first time up. That one the other way. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Rays 3, and the Red Sox nothing. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Trevor Story now. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
He swings and fouls one off.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Up and in. 1-2 the count. The shortstop takes the ball. Just off the inside edge. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. DeLuca makes the play. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 6, designated hitter.
And next for the Red Sox, Masataka Yoshida. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. That one's in there. Strike 1. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities.
And the pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. And now, Wilyer Abreu. Late on that fastball.
No ball, 1 strike. That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that misses. And it's 2-1. 2 outs, base is empty. That's off the mark. 3-1.
3-1.
And that's too high. Ball 4.
Take a base.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
This one in the air, right field. Drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox. They trail in this one 3-0. Top half of the third inning. Lau at the plate.
Second baseman Brandon
Well, I'll say this
Lau.
as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary. But this type of guy shuts.
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. So he goes the opposite way with that one. It's 4-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
And now, Junior Caminero. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. A little bit low.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Down and in, moved his feet. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next offering in there for a strike. 2-1 now. And that's outside. Yeah, that's fouled off. Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch,
Up next
and I tell you
for
what,
Tampa
he
Bay,
earned that
right
ball.
fielder Josh Lowe.
Man at first, nobody out. Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. This one popped up. Wong. He's got it. 1 away.
Now batting catcher Danny Jansen.
Now it's Jansen to hit. He's already homered here in this one. And that's in there for strike 1. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Richard Fitz, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Caminero, the base runner at first with 1 out. And that's outside. And it's a ball and a strike. Runner on the move. Cut on and miss. Throw to second, and he's out.
You know, sometimes a throw that bounces into second base can be just as good as a perfect throw in the air. It's almost a little bit easier to handle at second base. For me, that caught stealing right there was all about a really poor jump off first. Just didn't time it well, and he was toast after that.
And that one is lifted in the air. Abreu sizing this one up, makes the grab, and that's the inning. And the Rays get one on a solo shot. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the inning. Still stepping in for Boston. Cedar Rafaela.
Center fielder Cedar Rafaela.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Way back there. And caught on the warning track.
That's just a really nice catch on the
fielder,
run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Now batting Jarren Duran. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Fly ball center field. DeLuca makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting second baseman.
And now it's Alex Bregman. His first at bat was a strikeout. Bregman, 30 years old now, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. Two down, nobody on. And a curve is down and in.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitch misses, and a count 2-1.
1 strike.
That one fouled off. Right side, and foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. They're down 4-0. Back here in Boston, on to the 4th. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Christopher Morel. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer.
Jose Caballero.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
Top of the zone for a called strike. And now it's even up. The shortstop takes the ball. That one out to right. Abreu on his way over. He makes the grab. Out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder Richie Palacios.
Richie Palacios. Next to hit for the Rays. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Late swing, foul to the left. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And now the count is even.
1-1.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Rays go in order. 1-2-3. They lead 4-0. Bottom 4, and here is Devers.
The Red Sox. Third baseman Rafael Devers.
Foul ball there. Just missed. And that misses off the outside edge. Just missed.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting, the first
Now
baseman,
batting Tristan Casas. Struck out swinging his first time. That one's upstairs, ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He beats the throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
All over that one right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, It's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Fly to center his first time. And that's downstairs. And that is ball one. Casas over at first with one away. Inside, just missed. Just missed. And ball four, two aboard.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and
Now
guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
2 on, 1 out. Yoshida getting ready to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through. And ball one.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
And that drops in for a strike. Tap foul at the plate. Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Tapped in front of the plate, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, and there's two away.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder Wilyer Abreu.
And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. He reached out a walk his first time. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
In the air to left center, DeLuca on the move to the gap. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. Boston strands a pair. They trail it here 4-0.
Now pitching for
We're
the Red
back,
Sox.
and there's a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the fifth.
25.
Josh Winkowski.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Leading off for Tampa
Here's
Bay,
the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Right side. Abreu pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Yandy Diaz now. And that's a little bit high, and it's 1-0. That one missed. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one ripped, but foul. Outside low, and now 3-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Okay.
outside, and that is ball 4.
Now batting, second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Man at first, Brandon Lau. Next to hit for the Rays. He's already homered in this game. Not even close there. And that's ball 1.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
And that one cutting but missing down low. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman, Junior Caminero.
And stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Diaz, the lead runner at second. Lau over at first with 1 away. Check swing, and he went. And the count even at 1. Two on, 1 out. Just off the inside edge.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, in those hitters counts sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
To third. Nice stop. There's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Low in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Check swing. He held up. And the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So the Rays strand a pair, but they're in front 4-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Connor Wong.
Catcher, Connor Wong.
McClanahan back to work. Fastball for a strike.
You know, these Red Sox just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. And the count 1-2. And they'll do it again.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Cut on and lifted in the air. DeLuca on the move. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's 1 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Rafaela stands in now and watches strike 1. The Rays leading by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Here's a high chopper. And a foul ball.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus. But They should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That one carrying, and it bangs off the monster. Throws to second, and he'll reach second with one away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing, and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
So the lineup flips over, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Jarren Duran. In the air, left field, down the line. And that is foul. That missed by a lot. And 1-1. That one down the line, but that rolls foul. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Hit in the air, left field, Palacios. Corrals it, 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, second baseman, Alex Bregman.
Here's Alex Bregman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Ball 1 there.
1-0.
Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering upstairs.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air, left field. Palacios makes the catch, and that ends the inning. And the Red Sox leave one. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Top of the 6th inning, and now the catcher for the Rays, Danny Jansen. A little bit low, and that's ball 1. Winkowski, he's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
And the late movement on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter, you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the barrel of the bat, sometimes miss the bat entirely.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 down.
Now batting,
Christopher Morel next to hit for the
Morel.
Rays. 1 for 2. Tell fans a little bit about the difference between a cutter and a slider.
Well, a cutter looks more like a fastball, but it has that late movement like a slider that's hard to pick up. Now with the slider, it's a little slower, the spin is different, and sometimes you can recognize that, and it tends to break a lot more horizontally and vertically than the cutter.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss at a slider.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
1 down, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke
Now
hard
batting,
out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Caballero in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. Strike on the inside corner. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Next pitch misses way outside. And there's a ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Out towards right center field. Rafaela on the move to the alley. And that is that. So they go quietly there. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Rays 4 and the Red Sox nothing. Well, we go bottom 6, and it's Rafael Devers in the box. The pitch. Ball 1 low. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Drew Rasmussen preparing to come on if needed. Rodriguez getting loose as well. Next offering is in for a strike. And a strike to Devers.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Not close with that one. Now 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
Casas in the box now. No balls and a strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And a ball and 2 strikes. And that one popped to short. Caballero. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
There's Story now. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swing and a chopper out to short. Tosses across to first, and Story is out. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Rays 4 and the Red Sox nothing.
Now pitching for
On the
Red
mound now,
Sox.
Greg Weisser.
Number 57, Greg Weisser.
And the batter now,
Leading off
Richie
for Tampa Bay,
Palacios.
left fielder
2
Richie
in this one.
Palacios.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Went up there
Now
looking to
batting
be aggressive and got
center
something he
fielder
could handle.
Johnny DeLuca.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now it's going to be Johnny DeLuca. Swinging a foul out of play. Check on the runner. Palacios dives back in safely. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Brennan Bernardino, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Wilson warming up as well. Palacios aboard here at first with nobody out. That's down and in. It's off his shoulder, eats him up. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of
Now
singles
batting
back to
for
back.
first baseman,
Showed a willingness to
Yandy
drive that pitch
Diaz.
the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
First and second, no outs. Yandy Diaz, the next to hit. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Brandon Lau, next to hit for the Rays.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
And delivers outside. The 1-0. That's through there for a strike. Here's a 1-1. Fought off foul.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. 2 outs with a runner at third. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Rays 4 and the Red Sox nothing.
Now pitching for Tampa
We're back
Bay.
in a new pitcher here to start
Number
the bottom of the
57.
7th. Drew Rasmussen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now here's the Red Sox
Leading off
DH,
for the Red
Masataka
Sox,
Yoshida.
designated hitter, Masataka Yoshida.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. To the right side, Diaz. He takes it on his own, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, right fielder, Wilyer Abreu.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. There's a strike.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That
That's
one
a ball.
missed.
1 ball, 1 strike. Strike. Whew.
That misses the zone. It's 2-2. One down, base is empty, and it remains 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Connor.
And next for the
Wong.
Red Sox, Connor Wong. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And he chases a high fastball there.
Ooh, Baya.
0-2.
You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Next pitch is outside. And there's a ball.
2-2.
Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Now batting.
So 2 down now, and here is Ceddanne Rafaela.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Swing and a miss as he was out
No
front.
ball, 1 strike. That's out the corner.
Abreu off of first with 2 away. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.